There is much debate these days on whether young people regard politics as something which has little relevance for their lives, despite the range of information available across the expanding global media. This gathering of students from several London schools was part of a programme to offer them a chance to exchange ideas in general.
I think one of the things we need to think about is start from talking to young people and listening to young people about what they're interested in. What are the issues that they're interested in, whether it's climate change, travel, getting a job in the future. And then I think, whether we're talking about the European Union or for that matter our own Parliament here in the UK, is then making the links about the sort of decisions those organisations make that affect the issues that young people are concerned about. And I think, in that way, instead of starting with a bureaucratic discussion about the EU, we start with the things that people are passionate about.
Exercises in trust were a first step, but the overall project is to create an environment where the big, contemporary issues can be discussed and seen in a context wider than their everyday lives.
In general, most teenagers are not interested in politics on a large scale. They're interested in debating, they're interested in having their rights, but doesn't really understand how the system works.
Schools throughout Britain can participate, presenting teams which take part in debates and stand for election. This session gave them the chance to put questions to the Europe Minister, Caroline Flint.
It will be interesting to see. I have to say,
young people have to get more involved, especially young people from more diverse backgrounds need to get involved in politics, definitely. And I think that the European Union is definitely becoming more, influential, and it's becoming, people are more aware of it now than they used to be, I think.
The European Youth Parliament is open to young people from 27 nations and organises events on a regional, national and international basis.
I think anything that encourages young people to know a little bit more about how the European Union affects their lives, but also that it's not a one-way street, that they can actually have a voice and influence what the European Union talks about, is a good idea.
This latest session brought in schools which were new to the scheme, encouraging the students to believe they can make individual and collective contributions to political debate.